WAFF 48 First Alert Weather Day, sponsored by Valley Storm Shelters.
It's all about the heat and a few storms. We're looking at the potential, and I want to stress potential because this is a conditional forecast as far as a complex of storms dropping in from the north. I just wanted to bring it to your attention. We'll talk more about it in a second, but we have had these heat waves like this on the outer edge in the past with big storms that come in, and they will cool us off if they move in. So whatever develops, we'll be here to track it for you. Right now from the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, looking down at 565, looking pretty good on the Breeze camera network. Temperatures are actually a little bit cooler today than they were yesterday. You may have noticed that. So you're probably thinking, oh, what about the heat? Tomorrow is when the heat really builds. It's going to be nearly 10 degrees warmer tomorrow, and it's going to feel about 20 degrees warmer. So just be ready. A few clouds out there. I think that's one thing that's helped us out. And tomorrow, by the way, if the storms move in earlier, some of the forecast guidance brings them in around noon to 1 o'clock. That'll smash the heat faster as well. And even if we just get a dying complex of storms coming in with the clouds, that will help too. But here's kind of the situation we're looking at. Thursday afternoon, complex of storms coming in from the north, tracking to the east and southeast, as sometimes these bring problems with power outages and high winds, but sometimes they just kind of fall apart. So it's a 50-50 shot on that right now. I'll just tell you right now. Excessive heat warning. Huntsville area down to Coleman out to the west, 105 to 113 is what it will feel like. The worst of this is going to be out in the Shoals. And in orange, this is a heat advisory. Nonetheless, these are all the heat safety tips you should be going through. Again, never leave people or pets in a car. Check on the elderly neighbors. Stay hydrated. Keep an eye out on your pets, as we mentioned to storage just before here the forecast. Keep an eye on your pets. Take frequent breaks if outside. Open your windows and run the fan if you don't have any air conditioning. Know the signs of heat illnesses, and I talked about those at the beginning of the newscast. Also, wear light-colored clothing. If you're going to be out this evening, should be comfortable early on. Sun sets at 8:04. You'll be able to see the moon and Spica. That's a big bright star out there, and that'll be later on in the evening. Early on, you're going to see Venus and Mars, and then eventually the moon comes into play. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast. We're talking about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, already around 80 degrees. So the heat is going to build quickly. There's not much of a breeze. 93 degrees in Huntsville, 94, 95 out west, already 11:45. Lake Guntersville looking at low 90s. Same thing in Albertville and Boaz. And here's that complex of thunderstorms to the north. As we get past 1 o'clock, you start to see it coming in. And I'm going to update the model guidance here coming up at 6, and we'll see what the other forecast guidance. This is what we call the HRRR model. The graph model, the one we show a lot, I think it was overdoing everything, so I didn't really want to show you that. And I actually manipulated this model data. I didn't show you everything that it put, because this is kind of my thinking here, is that this complex of storms is going to come in and then fairly quickly begin to weaken as it kind of runs in to that area of high pressure, and you kind of see what happens there. So in that case, we would be looking at strong gusty winds coming through with less rain, and that wind would cool us off. So we'll continue to monitor that and keep checking back for updates. I wish I could be exact with that one, but I just can't. Here's your rain on the roof forecast. 30% tomorrow, 20% Friday, and then rain chances will increase. These will mainly be in the form of scattered showers and thunderstorms, and some of those could be strong, just given how hot it is and the humidity that's out there too. So heat index tomorrow will be dangerous all the way through Saturday. Into next week, 4th of July, temperatures back in the 80s with scattered showers and storms.